Okay, so the next thing that we're going to draw are noses, okay? Now, these noses, yes, there are a lot of different noses, but if we understand the basic idea of how to draw a nose, that's the main thing that I'm going to show you right now, okay? So drawing these noses can be broken down into a couple simple, very simple ideas. And by doing this and understanding and studying how different noses can be, but understanding the basic properties means that if you're ever sitting in front of somebody, you'll be able to draw this nose and draw that person's nose, even though it may look even different than any of these. Okay? So what I have right now is I have the central axis. That's going to be the bridge of the nose. It's going to be the middle of the nose. Okay? We're not actually going to draw the nose. We're not actually going to draw the bridge of the nose, I guess I should say. Because if you draw the bridge of the nose, it usually ends up looking like that, okay? And that's like a chicken foot, and that's not exactly what you're trying to go for, okay? What you're going to draw is the bottom portion, okay? So drawing that little bottom portion, what I do is I'm going to draw the bottom, okay? And yeah, you know what? I'm going to just have it stop right there. Okay, so I'm going to have my nose right there. So having that central axis, I'm going to say the bottom is going to come there, and you're going to draw a dip part. Like that. And it should be symmetrical, so in other words, equal on one side as it is on the other. Okay? So that's the dippy part. Not really a scientific term, but it'll work. So that's my dippy part. My next step, and again, not a scientific name, a snot flap on your left side and a snot flap on your right. Make sure that it's even, so as you can see right here, I made this one ginormous and this one very small. You want to make them symmetrical. That is how you draw a nose, okay? Now, everybody's going to have different amounts of dippy part, okay? Some people you're going to see a little bit more of what's going on upstairs, okay? So you might see a little bit of nostril. But everybody has that same basic setup. The dippy part, snot flap, okay? Now, as you can see in that handout there, there's going to be different kinds of shading that you're going to want to do, okay? So with this right here, I'm going to bring out the ball of the nose. So whenever I draw the ball of the nose there, just giving you the idea of where that would be, I'm going to show some shading in this area. Okay? Because that ball has volume, there's going to be a light side, there's going to be a dark side, so by adding that in, it's going to give you volume. Now, obviously, you can get rid of that central axis. Okay, now let's add that one last piece there, adding maybe a little bit of shading here. Okay, by adding the shading here, what that does is that gives the understanding that this is protruding off of your face. Some people it's protruding a little bit farther, but having a cast shadow down there is going to give that understanding. Okay, and you can continue that shading down. Maybe even add it on both sides if you want. Okay? But adding that volume is crucial. Okay? So those first two steps, yeah, understanding the basic setup of how to draw a nose, that's good. But adding the shading, that's how you show volume and how you make it look realistic. Okay? So those are your noses to follow. And if you have any questions, email me, Google Meet, however you want to. And good luck.